Welcome learners. In this module, we will focus on steps in rural marketing model, a systematic approach that guides businesses in effectively reaching and serving rural consumers. Understanding these steps in the model is the key to unlocking the potential of these dynamic rural markets. By the end of this session, you will be able to first understand the concept of rural marketing and the significance of a structured rural marketing model. Second, identify and explain crucial steps for this model, specifically research, segmentation, lifestyle analysis, profiling of rural consumers, need profiling, target market selection, designing or modifying the marketing mix, implementation, and finally, control. The third learning objective is to appreciate the distinct importance of each of these steps in developing modified and effective rural marketing strategies. Rural marketing involves the comprehensive planning and execution of marketing activities designed to meet the need of consumers residing in the rural areas. It's important to distinguish this from agricultural marketing, which primarily deals with selling rural agricultural produce to urban markets. Rural marketing, conversely, focuses on delivering manufactured goods, processed items, and services to the rural consumer base. Given the unique characteristics, lifestyle, and challenges faced by the rural consumers, a customized marketing approach is necessary. To effectively pilot this background, firms often adopt a rural marketing model. This model has sequential, step-by-step framework that guides market entry, penetration, and growth strategies in the rural regions. The typical steps in making rural marketing model includes research, segmentation, lifestyle analysis, profiling of rural consumers, need profiling, target market selection, designing or modifying the marketing mix, implementation, and finally the control. Today, we will focus on understanding all these steps of this model. The very first and the foundational step in the rural marketing model is research. Before any product launch or campaign, thorough research into rural environment, specific consumer behavior, and their unmet needs is non-negotiable. This research should leverage both secondary data and primary field studies. Secondary research, which includes government reports, census data, and existing market survey, offer a macro level view of rural demographics, economic indicators, and the broad market opportunities. However, primary research is often even more important. By directly engaging with rural consumers through interviews, observing village life firsthand, perhaps by having researcher live in a village temporarily or conducting focus groups, marketers gain invaluable clarity on the ground level realities that data alone cannot convey. The key areas of investigation includes local income cycle, particularly the seasonality of agricultural income, existing infrastructure like roads and connectivity, prevailing cultural norms, and the current product awareness level. This groundwork helps in studying the market before entering, minimizing risk, and shaping all subsequent strategic decisions. For instance, research by smartphone companies revealed a strong desire among rural youth for affordable smartphone, which directly informed their product and pricing strategies. Following comprehensive research, the next logical step is segmentation. It's crucial to recognize that rural India is not a homogeneous entity, but it's a mosaic of thousands of villages, each potentially differing in language, culture, economic status, literacy level, and infrastructure. Even within a single state, diverse socio-economic classes and subculture exist. Effective segmentation involves identifying and grouping clusters of rural consumers who share similar characteristics, needs, or behavior. This allows marketers to mold their products, messaging, and overall marketing efforts more precisely and effectively for each identified segment rather than adopting one size fit all approach. Several bases can be used for segmenting rural market. Common approaches include geographic segmentation. This could be by region. For instance, North India versus South India, which has distinct languages and customs, or say by villages size and connectivity, differentiating small remote villages from a larger ones, semi-urban ones. Second type of segmentation involves demographic segmentation. This involves grouping based on income levels such as landless laborers, small farmers, or large affluent farmers, maybe by education levels or occupational profiles. Company often identify segments like farmers, rural youth, or women homemakers, etc. Third segmentation type is psychographic or cultural segmentation. This groups consumers based on lifestyles, values, or social affiliations like caste or tribe where relevant. For example, distinguishing between traditional conservative communities and those that are more modernizing. Another classification is product related segmentation. This involves grouping based on product use pattern, such as current user of a product category versus non-users or potential first time buyers. The key is to select segmentation criteria that are genuinely influenced product demand. For example, an FMCG company might segment villages based on their access to retail outlets, which would then dictate different distribution and communication strategies for high access versus the low access villages. While closely related to psychographic segmentation, lifestyle analysis delves deeper. This step focuses on understanding the day-to-day life, routines, habits, values, and cultural nuance of the consumers within the target segment. Rural lifestyle can vary dramatically across India and often present severe contrast to the urban living. Comprehending how people live, their core values, daily challenges, future aspirations, and social interaction is essential for marketers to ensure that their products and communication messages resonate authentically and fit naturally within the rural context. As one study notes, rural people have different lifestyles and needs. Depending upon their way of thinking and lifestyle, the company needs to understand to think of their product. This underscores how profoundly lifestyle factors can influence product demand and acceptance. When conducting a lifestyle analysis for rural market, several key aspects should be explored. First is cultural and social norms. This includes understanding local traditions, festivals, community structures, and gender roles. For example, knowing that women in a region often gather a communal water source in the morning could offer a unique touch point for targeted communication. Second is daily routine and product uses context. Examining when and how product would be used is vital. For instance, farmers who start their day before the dawn might need product like durable, battery operated lighting or convenient on the go food items. Next is aspiration and mindset. Today, rural consumers are increasingly aspirational, influenced by media and urban trend. Yet, they often retain strong traditional values and community ties. Analysis might reveal a desire for modern product alongside a deeper trust in a local custom. Next is language and communication habits. Understanding preferences for local dialectics, the reliance on oral communication network, that is word of mouth communication, and popularity of a specific media like local radio or regional television channel is crucial for effective messaging. For instance, identifying community television viewing habits could lead to target advertising during popular evening programs. After segmenting the market and conducting an in-depth lifestyle analysis, the next critical step is to develop a clear profile of the target rural consumers. This involves synthesizing all the research findings and lifestyle insights into a detailed composite description, often called as persona, of a typical consumer within each chosen segment. A well-crafted consumer profile includes demographics like age, gender, income, occupation, their geographic context like village type, region, specific lifestyle traits such as habits, interest, cultural practice, and their typical buying behavior, including where they shop, who influences their purchase decision, and their price sensitivity. This profiles serves as a vital reference point for all subsequent marketing mix decisions from product design to promotional strategies. Companies may collaborate with local partners like NGOs or distributors who possess intimate community knowledge to validate this profile. Ultimately, creating this tangible persona helps humanize the marketing plan, enabling everyone in the company to visualize and understand the rural consumers as an individual with distinct needs and preferences rather than an abstract market statistics. Continuing at our exploration of the rural marketing model, we arrive at step 5, that is need profiling. This step works in tandem with consumer profiling but focuses specifically on identifying, defining, and understanding the distinct needs, wants, and pain points of the rural consumers. It's crucial to recognize that the rural needs can be significantly different from the urban ones, and even within the various rural segments, these needs will vary. For example, a farmer might prioritize irrigation solutions, rural youth may seek affordable mobile data, and homemakers might look for efficient and cleaner cooking fuel. The core objective here is to clearly articulate what the target rural consumers genuinely require or desire, enabling the company to align its offering effectively. As the model suggests, after understanding the lifestyles and profiling consumers, the marketers can pinpoint needs that are congruent with those of lifestyles and then precisely define the exact nature of the consumer needs. This often involves translating broad observation into specific, actionable insights. For instance, the observation that many low-income rural families use wood fire stoves could translate into defined need for an affordable, smokeless cooking solution that also reduces fuel consumption. Need profiling seeks to answer questions like what functional needs are currently unmet, what underlying emotion or aspiration need exist, and what are the current constraints such as cost, awareness, or access that prevent this need from being fulfilled. This detailed understanding ensures a customer-centric approach guiding the development of product and services that genuinely addresses real rural demands. Once the segment have been clearly defined, consumer profile developed, and specific need identified, the company progresses to step 6, that is, target market selection. This critical phase involves evaluating the attractiveness of each identified rural segments and assessing the company's capability to serve each one effectively and profitably. It's important to understand that not every identified segment will be a viable target. Resources are often limited and market entry may need to be phased. This overreaching goal is to select those rural segments where companies can achieve a sustainable competitive advantage and successfully meet its marketing objective. The central question at this stage is which rural segment present the best opportunity for our specific product or services. Evaluation criteria typically includes segment size and growth potential, its accessibility in terms of distribution and communication reach, the alignment with company strength, and the product offering, the level and its overall profitability, considering the income levels and the willingness to pay. After a thorough evaluation, the company can determine the best match for its business strategy. This selection enables the firm to target the group properly and efficiently with their strategies and marketing mix. For example, a food product company might initially target irrigated villages with higher disposable income and better media connectivity, deferring more remote, less accessible tribal villages for the later phases. This strategic decision also involves choosing an approach, a concentrated approach focusing on one or two key segments, or a differentiated approach targeting on multiple segments with a tailored strategies. Pilot testing in a chosen target market is a often prudent step before wider scaling. In essence, target market selection is about strategically matching companies' offering with the most repetitive and profitable rural audience, marking a crucial shift from analysis to focus action. Learners, we have now completed the first part of our exploration into rural marketing model. So far, we have understood the foundational steps from research and segmentation to the lifestyle analysis, consumer profiling, need profiling, and target market selection. Let us now take a break. In the next session, we will resume our journey by continuing with the remaining stages of the rural marketing model. See you shortly in part 2 of this lecture.